Hello.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another Reddit.
You weren't very quick on that, were you?
What?
Well, I was just saying hello. You're meant to do the intro. Come on. It's your thing, the Reddit. Says you do the intro. Not, I was just saying hello, being stupid.
Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Reddit Stories. So,
Woohoo.
so today I am doing a theme that takes after my husband here.
I beg your pardon?
Oh.
What are we doing then? The champion? The legend?
Oh!
Perfect?
What was it that our nephew says? The myth, the legend.
The arsehole? No, the myth,
No.
the legend.
Oh.
Oh, fuck, I don't know.
Yeah, anyway. No.
The myth, the legend, the man himself.
That's right. No, we're not doing them about that.
But I am the myth, the legend, the man himself.
You've got a big head here. No, we're doing it about.
I've always been told about a big head since even high school. Anyway, won't go there. That's a whole different story.
Maybe I should
I could make a
tell,
Reddit. Back in the day, I could have done a Reddit story on that.
Maybe I should tell everybody your nickname.
Piss off.
If you want to know,
No.
send me some comments, and if I get enough,
Oh God.
I will tell you.
2,000 and we're right. 2,000 comments asking.
2,000 comments,
2,000 comments saying, "What's the nickname?"
and then you let me tell them.
And you can tell the fucking world.
No, so
Not today.
the stories today are, am I the jerk?
You called me a jerk.
No, I was only joking. I knew I'd get a reaction there.
It's about to walk. About to walk, people.
He wouldn't do that.
No, I love it too much.
No. Sometimes.
Wow. That's what happens when you get kids. So people wanting to have kids realise that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it all makes a difference, doesn't it? People
No.
say, oh, 1 and 2 is different, but 3, 4, 5 isn't different. Trust me, it's different.
Alright, so they're all about am I the jerk? So
Oh, more than likely, if you
we've
put
got
it
a
up
few
there.
stories here. Anyway, if you want to see some more, make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and we'll be sure
Please
to
do.
put some more videos up. Yes, we'd really like that, wouldn't we?
That's always a good thing.
It is. Alright, I think we've spoken enough.
Yes.
So we probably should get into it. So the first one is Am I the Jerk? There's no title, it's just,
Am I the jerk?
and it's on the subreddit of Am I the Jerk, but they've
Yep.
just said Am I the Jerk? Question mark. That's all they've said. So,
It's a tough one to deal with.
yes. So my sister Emma married last weekend, and what should have been a joyful occasion turned into one of the most humiliating nights of my life.
Oh, Jesus.
Emma has always been the golden child, perfect in every way.
Not
Well,
tonight.
well, I've been the one struggling to keep up, and her wedding was no exception. She insisted on an extravagant destination wedding, and my husband and I saved for months to attend, even covering the cost of a designer bridesmaid dress that made me look like a pale peach disaster.
Pale peach, does that? That's,
Yeah.
right.
The crack started at the rehearsal dinner when Emma publicly joked about how shocking it was that I'd finally showed up on time for something, earning a round of laughter at my expense. I brushed it off, thinking it was just nerves or bad humour. But during the reception, after I gave a heartfelt toast about how much I loved and admired her, her maid of honour got up and delivered a speech that was half a tribute to Emma and half an attack on me. Joking about how Emma had cleaned up my messes and learnt what not to do by watching my life. The room laughed awkwardly at first, but Emma didn't stop it. In fact, she was laughing the loudest. When I pulled her aside to tell her how hurt I was, she brushed me off, calling me dramatic and telling me to let her enjoy her day. Feeling humiliated and unimportant, I walked out of the wedding before the cake was cut. But the fallout has been brutal. My parents are furious, accusing me of ruining Emma's day, and Emma isn't speaking to me. My husband insists I was right to stand up for myself, but now I'm questioning whether I should have just swallowed my pride and stayed. Am I the jerk?
Well, swallowing your pride and staying is the adult way to do it, so to speak. It's
But you also shouldn't have to stand for bullying.
I was going to say, but you shouldn't be getting bullied at your siblings' wedding. And her friend shouldn't have been going, oh, by the way, her sister's a fuckwit.
Well, didn't say it in so many
No,
words,
but basically, bully, and
her sister was laughing the loudest.
Perfect, but yet, what?
Well,
the bride is
said,
perfect, and the sister is an idiot.
Like she said, my sister's
There's
always been the golden child when it came to family.
No,
But in saying
you don't have golden children.
She is one person. The wedding is all about the sister. So why would they notice if one guest walks out? It shouldn't ruin a date. It's meant to be about the bride, isn't it?
I was just about to say that. Isn't it meant to be about the bride?
Groom, obviously.
Obviously the groom, but obviously most men, including myself,
so
we didn't give a shit. We're signing a bit of paper and having a few drinks. The actual day is more about what our fiance/wife wants.
So why would
That's
matter
what
if
it's
one
about.
person walks
So,
out?
when it comes to the bridesmaids and the groomsmen and family and that, ignore the fucking lot.
Yeah.
It really is, to me, where she's coming from. I'd be like, she's not the jerk.
No.
She went, the bridesmaid and the sister went too far to the point where
Well, the maid of honour, but yeah.
Maid of honour, sorry. I thought it was the other sister, but yeah. I probably would have walked out too and said, no, you've taken it too far.
Yeah.
Well, it's alright to have a bit of a joke and things of the past that were 10 years ago or whatever.
Yeah.
That's a joke, and that's the best man speech type of shit. And best man will get up and say all the things in the world to embarrass him. But you know what the groom does?
But that's the thing, isn't it? The matron of honour.
They know.
And the maid of honour, matron of honour, whatever, depending. I think matron of honour is if you're already married before you're in the wedding party. Maybe. Yeah, whatever. And the groomsmen, they usually banter and muck around and attack the bride and groom.
Yeah.
Not the bridesmaid or the sister of.
No, that's wrong in itself. But
like as jokes, like, you know what I mean? The banter,
But
anyway.
a groomsman, or like a best man,
they take it a bit,
Oh, they go all out on the groom.
Groom, not a
But the groom knows full well what to expect. Yeah. He picked the best man, so he knows what he's gonna cop.
But this one,
2 years before the wedding, like he could not have even been in a relationship or anything. It's like the last 6 months he's been in a relationship and got married. He knows that man's going to be the best man and what he's going to cop.
Oh yeah.
So.
But it wasn't even. She wasn't even joking around towards the bride. It was towards the bride's maid, the bride's sister.
The bride's sister. What the hell has that got to do with anything? She's a sister. Just leave her sit in a chair and eat and drink.
Let's get into some comments and see what everyone else thinks.
That's odd. It really is odd.
Yeah, Anyway, not the jerk. I'm really confused why the maid of honour wrote a speech to bash you at your sister's wedding. It seems like there is a ton of backstory missing. Why did you bother dropping a bunch of money to attend the wedding of someone who despises you? And why would anyone notice if someone who is not the bride or groom and who did make a scene left the reception after speeches and things were complete? Sister of the bride isn't typically a star in the reception. The departure should have generally been unnoticed, especially since the wedding was complete and you attended the reception and gave a beautiful speech. Don't try to speak to your sister or your parents. Let them reach out to you. You don't appear to have done anything wrong according to this post.
Well, that's a valid point. Like, if she's not part of the
Why should
wedding,
she be noticed? She turned up to the reception,
look,
she gave her speech, now it's just a normal
a lot of people
reception.
may have known who the sister was, the OP, but most of the people there have probably had, because you usually got your wedding, the
wedding part, the ceremony.
The ceremony, that's the word I was looking for. Ceremony. Then you got photos and stuff. And then you got the reception.
And then after
the people that aren't in the photos have usually had a few drinks between the ceremony.
Not always, but yeah.
No, I'm not saying all. Some people don't drink. That's fine. But you got the ceremony, drinking time, and then you've got the reception.
Well, the sister
and guess
would have
what?
went with the photos because she was a bridesmaid.
She was a bridesmaid, definitely.
If she was a bridesmaid,
Okay,
the
so-
friend was a matron of honour.
Okay, that's
Maid of
and a lot of girls will do that. They won't have their sister as a bridesmaid. They'll have their best friend.
Well, my wedding, I had my best friend as my
Yep.
maid of
Your
honour, but
sister
my
had-
sister was my sister. Two
Was-
sisters were
Yeah,
my
but your
bridesmaid.
sister also had her,
Yes,
Right,
and I was just a
best
bridesmaid.
friend.
Yeah.
you know, and so did the other sister. So it's not uncommon to go that way. And obviously, I haven't got a brother, so therefore, I couldn't ask my brother
Yeah.
to
that's
be
it.
the best man. But one of my mates was always going to have me as the best man, but then he was only going to have one groomsman, the groom's best man and the maid of honour in their wedding. So therefore, obviously, I got the flick because he wanted his brother in the wedding, and I completely understood that. Yeah, you want your
It's his
brother.
only brother as well. So.
Only brother, you want him in the wedding, that's fine. Mate,
Anyway.
when he told me, I'm like, mate, that's fine.
Mm.
He's your brother. I understand you want your brother in your wedding. I'll sit back and relax, mate. I don't care. I don't have to do a speech. Nothing. But this just sounds a little bit
Anyway,
odd.
to that comment, yeah, it's really weird that this sister would focus so much of the attention of her own wedding on the OP. And someone reckons it sounds fake, so this is all to the one
So it's
comment.
a fake one. Isn't
Not
it?
if she's a toxic narcissist that gets off of humiliating her sister to look like the best child. Well, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
And then someone's like, not the jerk. You were disrespected by multiple people, and when you addressed it, you were dismissed. I wouldn't want to be in a place where I am being disrespected. A joke is a joke when everyone laughs. That's not funny.
That's well. I mean, that's where comedians have a slight problem. Is you try to make the whole audience laugh. At least, I mean, depending on how big you are, but say 90% of the audience laugh. But if you make 10% of the audience laugh, you become on stage. You become the arsehole. So I think she's in between a rock and a hard place in some
Anyway,
ways.
not the jerk, and seriously, cut off your family. Go completely NC, so no contact.
Yeah,
with the
cut
right
them off.
man. Stick
Fuck the
with-
family.
Stick with your husband. He sounds like a keeper. Because he's stuck up for obviously.
Yeah, good on him. That's his. Look,
That-
and
yeah.
a husband and wife, the job is husband and wife, so to speak, if you want to call it a job, and it's not. But it is stick up for your partner. If you're married, it don't even have to be married, but if you've been in a long-term relationship, and it doesn't matter what sort of sexuality you are, it comes down to you stick up for your partner.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
don't go, nah, fuck them, I'm going with these people because they're right. Even if, excuse me, even if they are right, that's your partner, and if you,
Oh, look, but then you
If
might
you
talk
swap
to them
sides,
behind closed doors.
yes,
and
and have a
say,
conversation, say, you screwed up. That's one thing, but just dropping
not
them,
embarrassing,
you
dropping
know,
them,
not
yeah.
in public, no.
Anyway.
No, that's behind closed doors, a safe spot for you to have a conversation. Say you screwed up. I just backed you,
That's
but you do know you did screw up.
Anyway, not the jerk. Your feelings matter, and they made fun of you to a crowd.
Yep.
Stand your ground and don't feel badly for standing up for yourself.
No.
Nah, your sister and the maid of honour are total arseholes. You were there to attend a ceremony and be part of something special, not to be someone's punchline and be humiliated. Good for you walking out. If it ruined her day, oh well, she didn't care that you were hurt and humiliated.
Well, the other thing is, she supposedly ruined her day, but obviously she didn't care about her sister's day or anything else, and how her sister felt.
Well,
So
that's it.
therefore, I'm kind of glad that she did walk out, because it did kind of, well, to be honest with you, it probably didn't ruin the bride's.
No, she's just making.
Yeah, it didn't ruin the bride's day, because the bride had plenty of other people there and all that sort of stuff. She would have got over it in 10 seconds. It would have been
Yeah,
a day or
that's
two later.
Oh.
She's realised, my sister walked out. It would have it was probably after the honeymoon, and she's gone, why did my sister walk out on me?
Oh,
Well, now you know. If you look at Reddit,
Anyway,
you'll find out.
Couple more comments and we'll move
Yeah.
on. Not the jerk, but why do you still associate with these people? You know she's the golden child who talks down to you and humiliates you for her own enjoyment. You know your parents will always take her side and don't love you as much as her. So why would you pay all that money and then be surprised when they do what they do? At some point, you have to take control of your life and say enough is enough and stop this nonsense yourself, because they'll never change.
Yep.
And I think you know that, but are hanging on for some miracle. Well, they are a family, of course you would. They don't actually care that you left because they wanted you there. They're mad you left because of how it might look or because you caused a small hiccup in a perfect day. Go NC or no contact, or be prepared for your life to not get any better. You have a supportive husband, so focus on him and creating your own family. Of course, but we all know how hard it is.
Contact's very hard. But, you know, for all you know, the husband and his family are so supportive of her.
That's it.
For everything. You go, well, as hard and as harsh as this is going to sound, is tell your own family where to go. Say, I've got a husband,
sometimes
and his family
better than blood. You know?
Oh yeah, sometimes it is, and it's straight out. You know, blood isn't always.
It's not always
thicker than water. And on social media, I've been seeing a couple of things recently. Is the blood is not as always thicker than water. In a lot of cases, people have gone the other way. And it's like, no, my family have done something drastically that I don't want a part of. I don't want to be part of that family. I want to be part of my partner's family, or my friend's family who I get along with. You know, they're 100%.
Anyway, last comment, and then we'll move on. No, your sister and your friends are. Block all those who can't see how your sister was part to that public humiliation.
Yep.
Shame on anyone who thinks what's happened was okay. Just block them. You don't need to explain to anyone how you feel. They saw what happened and they are complicit by telling you to suck it up. No one should listen to that nonsense. Your sister is the kind of person who gets off on hurting you. Don't give her the power over you. Don't apologise. Don't listen to anyone but your inner voice. It's rarely wrong. It's telling you your sister sucks. It's right.
I agree with that.
Yep,
the sister sucks. She's a stuck-up little golden-head fucking bitch. And if the parents, if she cuts herself off from the family, maybe, and you know, hope maybe the parents will start to realise they've treated one of their daughters better than the other one, and they need to pull their finger out too.
Oh, that's it.
That's a parenting point of view. Is you can't treat any of your kids better than the others.
Well, that's it. Anyway,
it does not exist. They're all the same.
Yep.
They're your children. You look after them the best you can.
Oh, but you hear about that many
I
that have a
know.
favourite and...
They're favourites.
Yeah.
Mate, there's no favourites in this fucking house.
No.
We both know that there is no favourites. We got a favourite son, but he's the only fucking son. So we don't have a problem with that. He can be the only favourite son. But you do hear stories of people having favourites, and you go, no, you cannot have a favourite. It doesn't work.
You ready for the next story? Alright, so the next one, again along the same theme as we all know, is from Am I the Jerk? So, before I found all these stories on Am I the Jerk, I had to go through it, scrutinising it pretty good and proper, because a lot of the stories on Am I the Jerk were from young kids or teenagers, and that's not what I wanted, like, because they were just, asking about little petty problems or sometimes big problems, but I didn't really want to deal with. It can become a bit controversial, especially some of the things. So,
from a parental point of view,
so
you go, well, from my point of view, it's this, but from every other parent in the world,
and sometimes it was quite out there. So I just stuck with the over 18 stuff. So
probably a good idea because they're not parents necessarily, but they are adults.
Yeah. So
in most countries, anyway.
Yeah. Alright, so am I the jerk for getting with my now ex-friend's ex?
Hang on. Ex-friend, you're throwing them aside. And their ex. Probably not really, because...
There is a
you're not friends with that person.
You're not friends anymore.
You're not friends anymore. if they were still your friend and it was their ex,
It's kind
probably,
of a written
yeah,
rule
it's
not
a
to.
unwritten rule. But they're not your friend anymore, so therefore, and it depends if it was a year later or whatever. It doesn't matter if it was 2 days later since you've been friends with that person. That's probably still wrong because you don't know what's going to happen in the next couple of months. You might be friends again.
Okay, before I start, I know this sounds bad, but I'm going to need you guys to hear me. And in brackets, she's said sorry for any grammar, spelling, and punctuation marks.
Okay, so she's not necessarily, well, I shouldn't say she, they, and not necessarily English.
English may not be their first
that's
language.
their second language, so to speak.
Yeah. Okay, so me, now 21 female,
Okay.
met my friend, I'll call her Ari, now 21 female, in middle school. We bonded a lot. We were good friends till high school. She started getting popular and ditched me.
Good on her. That was sarcasm. It's not very nice getting popular and ditching your friends.
Oh no, it's not. I was a loner through most of high school, focusing on my studies and getting work done on time till senior year where I met this guy. I'll call him Scott, now 22 male. He was a part of the football team and we had a lot of classes together. He for some reason took interest in me and he started talking to me. Since he was nice, I started engaging in conversation with him. We started getting close and I started developing a crush on him. We started flirting with each other around the time Ari and me started talking again, and she apologised for ditching me for popularity. But in our first year of college, I told Ari about Scott and she said, "Oh, you'll have to give me his number." I didn't think anything of it, but I did think it was a little weird. But I didn't think she would anything, or so I thought. After a couple of months, I started noticing Ari and Scott were distancing themselves from me, and they started hanging out with one another more and more. I didn't mind. Yeah, I know.
I can already see where this is going.
I didn't mind it at first, but then it got extremely anytime I asked Ari or Scott to hang out, they said they were hanging out with each other. I found out that they were dating and I was obviously upset and cried. As months passed, I got more and more jealous because a girl that I thought was my friend took my crush. Although I was super jealous, I was happy for them. Well, she's a bigger person there.
Yeah, big person, those two are.
Till Ari started rubbing it in my face. Fast forward to this month, I found out that they had broke up because Scott texted me saying that he found out that Ari got with him just to make me mad and he wanted a fresh start. I gave him a chance and we got together, but once we started posting about us being together on socials, mostly in Insta and Facebook, Ari's friends started attacking me saying I broke girl code and I was horrible for taking Ari's BF. But one comment stood out to me. It read, "How could you take Ari's BF? Ari explained it on her Insta page and you are a disgusting person." I was curious about what I had allegedly done. Her page was a paragraph about how I stole her man because I was jealous and she was more popular.
Actually, it was the other way around to begin with.
I'm still getting attacked and I don't know what to do. Am I at fault for getting with my now ex-friend's ex?
No, because technically, if you hadn't given, she screwed up by giving the number, right? Never give away a number to anyone unless you got permission, right? That's pretty much an unwritten rule. But she gave away the number, they got together.
Behind her back.
Even though they were flirting and stuff to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's kind of her, she almost in a funny way got with her own ex.
But they weren't together, but yeah.
If I was still single and I broke up with someone, got with someone else, and then got with that person again, she's highly possibly been with someone else. So am I in the wrong for being with her? You know,
well, her friend went behind her back and doing it, knowing full well that
she was
this girl
friends.
had a crush on him, and she still went behind her back with this guy. Yes.
The friend is in the wrong. She's done everything wrong by asking for the number.
She first ditched her for popularity.
Ditching her, asking for the number, or becoming friends.
Again.
Asking for the number, then dumping Scott.
They broke up, but yeah.
Doesn't matter whichever way it worked. Either way. So
And
she's
now
done
she's
4
got-
things wrong, and
now we're
this-
friends with the original girls with him. This
The OP
girl
is
that
like-
dished her, the OP's with him now. These other girls making
Crack
up
the
all
shit.
this
it's
crap
just
about
bullshit.
it. Yeah.
But that's when, if they're in
Yeah.
high school or
They
they're
were in college, but yeah.
college, that's when you go, well, that girl is not my friend and never
Yeah.
will be again, because that's how she's talking to me. And in today's world, go on social media and put something up yourself and say, well, this is what really happened.
Yeah, well, that's it.
You know, and really screw her and tag her in it and say,
Yeah,
well,
that's
ladies
it.
and gentlemen,
This is what
really happened years ago, blah, 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 all the way till today. And
So,
everyone will realise
take
that
who's
girl,
the one for it, yeah.
this girl is really just a bitch.
Mhm.
If she can't get it, she can't have it, no one can have it. She's that type of person. Well, in my opinion.
So, alright, let's get into some comments and see what everyone else thinks. We've got our
I
opinions
was going
now.
to say, they're probably thinking something along the lines we are.
Alright, not the jerk, it's childish drama. Put it out
Yep.
of your mind. In a year or two, you won't even care. For that one person who said the nastiest things, just reply, Ari stole him away from me first and only did it to make me angry. She's a childish brat.
Yep.
So OP replied to that. I'll reply with that. Thank you for letting me know I'm not the jerk. Have a good day. All of this is so unimportant in the grand scheme of things. Just do what you want to do, and who cares who thinks about it. Pretty much, yep. She broke the girl code first. You purposely went after she purposely went after a guy you clearly told her you were crushing on. Also, fun fact, the girl code doesn't apply to ex-friends. She screwed you over first, and anyone who sided with her, they aren't your friends. Find better friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree with that. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
the guy code, the girl code.
Yeah.
It's you got to be very careful about breaking them, but I mean, usually it's very hard to break one of those codes because it pops into your head, but the other girl, Aria or whatever, she definitely broke the code first because she stopped being your friend, and then when she did become your friend again, supposedly, she asked straight away. All she did was ask for your fucking possible boyfriend's phone number. So she obviously isn't your friend.
Anyway, no, you are not the jerk. To be honest, I wouldn't even call Ari my friend. No friend ditches you and gets with people to make you upset.
Nope.
I wish the best for you, you and Scott. You got this. You haven't done anything wrong.
Agreed.
Someone's like, currently engaged to and marrying the ex of an ex-friend. They dated like 12 years ago. I stayed friends with her ex and she screwed me over, ended up a horrible human being and sleeping with my boyfriend at the time, so betraying myself and her ex. Her ex, now my now fiance and I started dating in 2022, engaged 2023, marrying in 2025. He's like the love of my absolute life and has been one of my most loyal and trusted friends for over a decade. Anyone who's had anything bad to say isn't a part of our lives anymore. People grow and move apart or on. Others come together. Life is life.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like, it's such a young age. Things change so dramatically. Like, one minute you're best friends, the next minute you fucking hate each other.
Yeah.
And it happens so quick, whereas
It does.
as you grow up a bit, it's a lot slower process. And it's more like, it's not so much you necessarily hate each other, it'd be distance. You just don't talk as often or whatever the case may be. These people talking, they're obviously, were they 21, 22 or something?
I can't remember.
Anyway.
They're in college, so young.
They're in college, they're very young. So things do happen sort of very quickly, but they haven't had any real life experience to understand how life works. They go to college, they do their studies, and then they can't get a job because you need experience to get the job.
Well,
that's a whole different story.
Right.
We'll do that one day.
Not the jerk. You like Scott first, so Ari technically broke girl code first.
Another one.
Go low or no contact with Ari going forward. Block her annoying friends, post online, and enjoy your new relationship with Scott.
Yep.
That is all. Mic drop.
Yeah. Look, cut her off from everything, including being friends on social media and that, so she can't tag you in it. You're now out with Scott, tell him to do the same thing, and then she can't tag him in anything.
That's it.
And then it's fucking. She won't know what to do because she's going to be putting names up with Scott and herself. And people are going to be going. People that don't really know her are going to be going, well, who's that? Scott who?
Last comment. Not the jerk. You shouldn't put the comments in your head because she was the one who broke the girl code first by texting someone you were genuinely interested in. Your friend is jealous of you. That's why she's trying to make your life a living hell. And that's what it comes down to. But yes, so I think that's another one, deemed not the jerk.
No.
I think not the jerk is a bit different than am I the arsehole because it doesn't
Oh,
deem them the jerk or not on this subreddit.
Not as far as I know.
No, it doesn't.
But
well,
an
now I've
asshole and
come
a
across.
jerk are probably two different
But
things.
you know how
too.
underneath the heading it will deem whether they're not. I haven't.
It also
seen
depends
that
on how long it's been up there for. It's
No,
got
I mean on not
how long's that been up there for?
182 days.
Yeah, that would have been, if it was on the Am I the Arsehole, it would have been deemed one way or
either
the other.
But whereas on Am I the Jerk, all the ones I looked at, I didn't see it deemed either way, so they mustn't.
There you go,
do
ladies
that
and
little
gentlemen.
thing.
And you think we've just like, we're pretty positive that Am I the Jerk does not actually deem one way or the other. It's just Am I the Jerk.
And comments, obviously. So this one is again on Am I the Jerk, as we all know, because it is our current theme of the day. So, am I the jerk for refusing to give my family money or the house now that I'm successful?
No. Your house, your money, keep it.
That's it. So, I, 35 male, grew up in a household where my mum heavily favoured my sister. Another one.
God.
33 female over me. My dad passed away when I was young and my mum always made it clear that my sister was a priority. Anything that was mine, gifts, savings, even clothes, would somehow end up with my sister. I was constantly left to fend for myself while my sister got everything handed to her on a silver platter. That is child abuse. Unfortunately, where there is child abuse, I've read up a lot about it, like in the true crimes, and as you know, I like true crime and that. There will be one child mainly, sometimes all of them.
Yeah,
but
three
one
others to get the
child.
ass.
Yes, or one child that is who they brutally pick on, abuse, starve, and the rest will be fine.
Yeah,
There's just something about it. I'm not saying it's as far as it
different
went,
subject.
but anything that was his, like gifts, savings, so money, and even clothes were always passed on to his sister. So it is a form of
Is he
abuse.
older than his sister?
By 2 years.
Well, okay.
It could be the
Clothing.
mother always wanted a girl. That happens. Or the father. Oh no, the father died young.
Clothing going to the daughter, that's fine because he's going to be too big for it anyway. So that one probably you can dismiss a little bit. But money and shit like that,
Unless
you hang
it's
on.
when he just got the clothing and then no,
That's
his sister can
wrong.
have them. But that's what it sounds
It's a bit
like.
too small for you, so we'll give it to your sister. That's
Gifts,
different.
savings, even clothes would somehow end up with my sister, yeah. And he was constantly left to fend for himself while his sister got everything handed to her on a silver platter. Anyway, despite the neglect, I worked hard and put myself through college with scholarships and part-time jobs. I met my amazing wife there, and together we started a jewelry business from scratch. Through sheer determination and hard work, our business took off and we now own a successful and popular jewelry brand. We have a wonderful family with twin girls, 5 female, and a boy, 3 male. Good on them.
I was about to say, good on them.
Meanwhile, my sister has lived a very different life. She's had 4 children with 4 different men, none of whom stuck around. My mum has always bailed her out, providing financial and emotional support.
Now they want the money from him.
While I was left to struggle on my own. When my sister got pregnant the first time, my mum practically drained my college fund to help her out. When she got pregnant again and again, my mum did the same thing. Each time taking whatever resources she could find, often guilt-tripping me into giving up any savings I had. My mum has always expected me to be there for my sister. When my sister got evicted from her apartment, my mum suggested she move in with us temporarily. My wife and I reluctantly agreed, hoping it would be a short stay. It turned into a nightmare. My sister was irresponsible and often left her children with us without warning. There was one incident where my sister left her kids with us for a whole weekend without asking, and we had to cancel our family plans. My twins were devastated as it was their birthday weekend, and we had planned a special outing.
The sister's out there and doesn't really care about her relationship, obviously.
4 kids,
4 kids, 4 fathers.
Yeah.
So she doesn't care. She doesn't mind going out on a Saturday night. And in the long run,
she doesn't want her kids with her.
I was going to say, she doesn't want her kids with her. She doesn't know how to look after herself, let alone the kids. She really should probably... Someone
having kids.
She needs some form of authority to say, you need to learn how to look after you and your kids, because at the moment you're screwing it all up. Like,
and the mum just lets her do it, finds a way
and the
to
mother,
get her out of the hole.
I was going to say, the mother's no better. The mother's probably worse, actually.
There was also an incident when my sister took some of our jewellery to pawn for quick cash without asking. My wife was furious, and it caused a significant rift between us and my mum and sister. We had to change our security measures and cut ties with my sister for a while. Recently, my mum reached out to me saying that they're struggling financially and needed help. She asked if I could give them money or even let them have my house, as they are about to lose theirs. She argued, since I'm self-made and rich, it shouldn't be a big deal for me to help out. My sister, of course, chimed in, saying that family comes first and that I should be grateful for the support they gave me growing up.
There was no support. The sister's a whack job. The mother thinks that the sister's the only important one, and now because you've got a bit of money and a house and all that sort of stuff, that you should just go, okay, you can all come live. What's 4 kids? Your mother, your sister, and 4 kids come live with you? No. Sorry, not in this particular circumstances. There's no way.
Alright, here's the thing. My mum and sister never supported me. They neglected me and took everything from me. Now that I'm successful, they want a piece of it. I told them no and that they needed to figure it out on their own.
Good.
My wife supported my decision, but I've been getting a lot of backlash from extended family members saying that I'm being selfish and ungrateful. One incident that really solidified my decision was when my mum and sister showed up unannounced at my house, demanding I give them money. My children were frightened and confused by the commotion. My wife had to call the police to have them removed. This caused a lot of stress for our family, and I don't want to put my kids through that again. My extended family keeps pressuring me to help them out, saying that I owe it to them because they are family. But the reality is they've only ever taken from me and given nothing in return. I need to protect my wife and kids from this toxic behaviour. So, am I that jerk for refusing to give my mum and sister money or my house now that I'm successful?
No. Your mother took everything from you for your sister.
Yep.
So how is it repaying your mother when you've been doing that all your life? Repaying your mother and your sister. When all you've ever done is suffer the bullshit and had the shit clothes, shit money, whatever, and your sister's had the best of it all, and then she goes and screws up her own life by getting pregnant 4 times to 4 different men. She screwed up, and no doubt the mother's now losing the house because of the sister, not because of herself. Even though the mother's an idiot, the mother is more than likely tried to save the sister a few more times. Now, brother, he's out there, he's successful, he's doing his own thing with his wife and kids, and mum and sister have come and said, oh, we need your house and your money because we're screwed. Well, stiff shit.
You hear this happening all the time, and
I
it's
know.
quite sad.
It's very sad, the fact that he's even got to think of it.
Yeah.
He shouldn't even be thinking about it. He should be saying fuck off. And that's it. Call the cops and got them taken away and say, if they ever come back here, I want them fined.
Charge.
charge, whatever the word is.
Anyway,
I'm gone.
I'll get into some comments because the first one's a bit of a funny one and a bit of a longish one. Not the arsehole. Tell the peanut gallery to help them out if they think it's so important. Your house, your money, your rules.
Yeah.
This is a long one. OP, do the following. 1. Tell the extended family members to support them.
Yep.
2. Write a letter describing what they have taken from you and the bank of OP is closed and send it to your extended family. Can't give any more. 3. Go to a lawyer and make sure that your will is updated. Make sure that your wife and you have selected 2 guardians, 1 primary and 1 secondary, and make sure that your mother and sister will 1. Never have access to your money, and 2. More importantly, never will have guardianship of your children.
Definitely.
4. Go to the police to file a restraining order against your mother and sister. 5. Have a lawyer to send a notice to your mother and sister that they are not welcome. A restraining order is filed, etc. Basically telling them not to contact you. 6. Require that an inheritance for your minor children is placed in a trust so it's protected. 7. Open a GoFundMe and ask your extended family to contribute. That should shut them up.
Oh, yeah, because the whole family sounds like they're a bit nuts. Oh, you should help out. Well, when you've been doing it all your life, I don't think you should.
A couple of comments to that number 7. Everyone thought that was pretty good. Oh, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 was from one person, and people just started adding on to it. 3 different people, 6 and 7, sorry. And someone commented to number 7 about the GoFundMe. That's a good one. Tell them, since you have already contributed multiple times, you will exist of starting the GFM and giving them all the donations. Your part will exist, yeah. And someone read to that, dear extended family, so this is what they were write. Yep. You are all entirely right. Family helps family. So I've started this GoFundMe with $1,000. Looking forward to seeing how our beautiful family helps that number grow to support my mother and my sister.
Yeah, to 20 grand or something.
Please note, this is the last time I'll ever do anything for anyone else in this family ever again. Lol. Then watch as no one else comes anywhere close to that number. And hold on to this experience as a literal real-world example of you helping your family and what they do with it. And you never having another responsibility for doing so in the rest of your life.
Well, by the sounds of it, the rest of the family wouldn't have put a cent to it anyway, so...
Someone's like, just $50, no more.
Yeah.
A great amount would likely trigger a higher demand. You have other financial commitments like your kid. Where your mother and sister expect you to give them your house while continuing to pay the mortgage. Someone added 8. Maybe move into some kind of gated community when the leeches won't have access, and don't even give them your new address. Number 9, someone added, mail them a fart. So this went on for a while, and the last one.
I'm guessing we're at number 9 now. That's probably fucking 25.
Number 10 from someone else. Send them a bill for how much they have taken from you. Send it to extended family as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
over the years,
people just started
all money, clothing, all that shit adds up and say, well, they owe me this much, so I think we call it even.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's like I'd be petty and say, since you all believe that mum and sis are entitled to financial relief, how much money can you give to them? They've already took my entire college fund and savings, so I am completely tapped out from them. But they haven't gotten money from you yet, so how much can I tell them that you're giving them? Not the jerk. The Bank of OP is no longer open for mum and sis. You have your wife and children to think about. Also, your sister should hit up her 4 baby daddies for support.
Well, actually, you know what? That is a very good point, because if she's not getting support from any of the fathers, so from what it sounds like, she doesn't know who the fathers are, but if she's not getting any support, that's why she needs money, because she doesn't know who dad is to any of them. So when the kids get up, I feel sorry for the kids, because the kids are going to get on and go, who's dad? And she's going to go, I don't know. Well, what does that show about mum?
Right.
Not much of a person, is she?
A couple more. One kid to another person, that relationship
yes,
might have worked.
That's different.
But when you're
every kid's got a different father, no.
Anyway, not the joke. They both made their beds, in brackets, individually and collectively. So let them lie in their own mess. You don't owe them anything, and they have a lot of gals showing up at your home unannounced, demanding money. Who in the hell do they think they are that you owe them anything? Cut them off completely and go no contact. Get a restraining order if necessary, because they don't have any respect or up for boundaries.
No. And like I said, you know, I know there is people out there that might have two have kids that have, there's two separate fathers and all that sort of stuff, and that's all fine. They may even have three separate fathers, but the sister in this case,
Doesn't
to me,
have
just
more than
does not seem to care. She gets pregnant, has the child, and I feel, like I said, I feel sorry for that child, because the child's going to get to 10 to 15 years old, well, definitely by 15 usually, but 10 years old, and start thinking, where's dad? Who's dad? And if she does not know, that kid is going to go, and there's 4 of them, so there's a possibility of 2 of them saying, what did you do? Because by the sounds of it, that's how she acts.
Just each relationship didn't work.
Yes, but I'm guessing you're not talking about fucking 2 years apart for each kid, or 3 years apart.
Yeah.
You're talking a lot closer than that, which means it was more sort of like one night stand type shit. So she probably doesn't know, because she probably did it a lot of times.
Alright, a couple more comments and then we'll move on. Anyway, not the jerk. The only correct answer here is to tell her to F off and block them on everything. If they show up at your house, have them trespass and get a restraining order. Don't ever speak to them again. Full no contact.
Yeah.
And not the jerk. Tell the extended family that is pipping off to help your mum and sister, and distance yourself from the lot. So yeah, he's definitely not in the wrong. 100%.
He has literally just lived his life, and now his mum and his sister have come back to say, basically, we need help by stealing your house and your money.
Pretty much.
And that's not right. You can't do that. Especially to one of your kids. You can't go up to one of your kids and say, oh, can we come, like, if all our kids have moved out and fucking all of a sudden we needed a reason, like we had a reason to move out, we wouldn't just go up to one and say, oh.
No.
Especially, well, I shouldn't say if all our kids, if one of them was still living with us with fucking 4 kids, you can't expect one of the other kids to say, hey, I'll take you all in. You can't expect that, let alone ask them.
Well, that's it.
Like, it's just, that's an ick. It really is. It really drives me nuts that people expect that. And the fact that, you know, she used his college money and all that sort of shit. You just go, and you still expect more out of him after all these years of using everything that's his. You want more?
Yeah.
Who and what are you?
Alright, let's get on to the final 2 stories, and I think I left the final 2. The final 2 are the best ones for last.
Okay.
So, the next one is called Am I the Jerk for refusing to change the music for a crazy man Karen?
A what? Oh, man Karen. Yeah, right. Sorry. Took me a second then. There's another name for it, but yeah.
So I work customer service at the local store. Not going to say the name of it just in case it's about, It's about 8 a.m. on the first Saturday of the month, which anyone who shops at a large grocery store should know is the busiest day. Anyway, I'm just standing at the counter, helping customers who need it. Location of tortillas here. Lost can here. The usual. That's when this big, bulky guy comes in, the man Karen of this story. He's about what you'd expect. Hair blindingly blonde, face covered in wrinkles, even though he's probably only 30, full Karen. I just think to myself, oh boy, here we go. and put on my best fake customer service smile. Good morning. What can I help you with? To which the man Karen responds with, in probably the most rude tone possible, I need you to change the music. It's horrible. Now, initially I'm confused.
Okay.
I don't have any music playing, and then it clicks. He's talking about the store music we play over the loudspeaker. Sorry, sir. No can do. The music we play here is set in store. If there's anything I can help you with, that's what I'm here for. You can probably guess how he reacted. Full rage, yelling and screaming, yada yada. Now, I'd been working customer service for the better part of 4 years now. I knew how to deal with people like this. Sir, I have already informed you. We cannot change the music, and now you're holding up the line and causing a scene. So, if you do not calm down, I'll have to ask you to leave the store. He responds with more screaming. I couldn't make out much, but what I did understand was, so you know who I am a close friend of the manager and a man to be treated like it, or something like that. I wasn't having any of it. We have a special thing for occasions like this, a little microphone that connects to the manager's office. Hey, manager's name, we have a guy here saying he knows you. Mind coming down and confirming or denying? I say over the mic, and the manager comes down, sees the man Karen being all Karen-y, and immediately calls security to escort him out. I never saw that guy again, and honestly, I'm happy with that. And there's a TLDR here is that I work customer service, encountered a wild man Karen who demands to change the music, and when I refuse, he says he's friends of the managers, which inevitably gets him escorted outside. So tell me, am I the jerk for refusing?
Well, obviously the manager didn't know you, so even before that, a lot of stores that have music playing,
It's
set.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I think they
there's
use
not a
it
lot of
on
people
all
who
the stores. It's like their own personal radio station
Coles.
type thing.
Coles, I've been at Coles.
Yeah.
And it says Coles Radio.
Yeah.
Guess what? Every store's probably playing that same song at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's tuned in these days, probably over the internet, to that thing.
So you can't
So
change
throughout
it.
the day, it's all the same through every store.
And just because he didn't like
The manager
song-
can't do shit about it, mate. That's
Yeah.
what's playing. You know, Christmas time, Christmas music. Not Christmas time, fucking music. There is nothing you can do. The manager can't do shit. Someone, security, or anyone, at reception or anything like that can't do anything about it.
That's correct. So where I work at a petrol station, we used to be able to put the radio on, just any radio,
Yep.
listen to the radio. Now,
It's
we're
set.
not allowed. No,
Not
we
allowed to touch
don't even have music anymore because our petrol station doesn't have its own radio station and that, like
Yeah.
Coles. It's a licensing issue. We, even though technically we're promoting the singers, because you're listening,
Yeah.
we're not allowed have a radio station on at work.
Oh, I'm glad
Because
I don't
it's a
work
lot-
where I used to work at the battery station.
It's a licensing issue. We used to always, yeah.
And the battery shop, we used to just have.
Yeah.
There was only 2 channels. Me
I
and the
guess
boys
the
would go
difference
between,
is
but
you were
fucking-
listening it to itself. Customers couldn't
I was
really
get-
hear it, and
No, you could still hear because
But
we
only
had
just-
loud enough.
but this was like where I work. It's a full
No,
pop
no.
store. Everyone's and yet we for ages while I was working. Then all of a sudden one day I went in and no music, and that's what we're told. It's a licensing issue. So
Oh,
they can't just
Jesus.
put other music on. They've got that's
why they have their own stations.
Yeah.
Whatever they got the license to, that's
Yeah.
what they'll play.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. That's news for me.
No, I know it was news to me at the time too.
Yeah.
But so it's like you can't please everyone. What is he the only one that can be pleased?
No, he's
Was
just...
he going through PMS that
cool.
day or something?
Oh, he's a Karen, so...
Yeah.
I'm trying to think... I cannot think of the male name of a Karen, but he's definitely that, because he thinks he's better than everyone else. So...
Yeah. The OP actually, I think, coming back to a few... Yeah, there's a few comments from the OP on other people's comments. Someone's like, no, bro, it's a grocery store. He's got to live with that.
Yep.
And OP writ things. Your mid to late 30s is about when you start hearing your favourite music from high school and college playing in grocery stores and elevators. Some people don't take it well. Me, I'm in my 60s now and happily bop through the frozen food section to any Lennox walking on broken glass. And someone's like, yeah, but for some reason they won't play King Crimson or Gentle Giant. Don't know them songs in OP.
No,
Alright, good to know. Not a big jazz fan myself, but at the grocery store I couldn't care less what's playing. If the guys in question was a friend of the manager's, they probably rolled their eyes so far back in their head that they could see yesterday.
Yeah.
And the OP said, I think they might have, but I can't be certain.
Look, the manager may have very well known him.
I don't think so.
No, but
yeah.
has got him dragged out, and later that day or the next day said, "Are you for real?"
But do you know how many people throw that line? I know the manager.
I know the manager.
And
All
they
right,
don't-
well, you can talk to. It's even funnier because I've seen it on
They
social
think you're
media.
not going
and
to
that.
get the
it's
manager
like,
out, but then when
I
you
know
do-
the manager, and then the person says, "Well, I am the manager,
Yes,
and I do
that's
not
it.
know you."
Yeah.
So guess what? There's the door. They're
Yeah.
great videos when they come up. But
It's interesting how people who are always friends with some higher up never
Yeah,
use that
always.
connection directly. If you had the hookup, you'd be having a different experience from jump. Not the arsehole. Oh, not the jerk, sorry. We're not on not the arsehole. I'm curious as to what music was playing that set Karen off. OP actually, rip back to that. I don't know the name of it. It was just some nice, dare I say, jazzy background music. I guess that Karen was a bit of a, what's the word here? Uncultured scumbag. Someone Jazz, goodness, such horror. You have my deepest sympathy, but fullest admiration for handling this guy as you did. OP
Yeah.
said thanks. I kind of get why people don't like jazz, and the music wasn't full jazz, like jazz / lofty / techno tribrid thing, yeah. So yeah, someone's like, not the jerk, suggest the man can wear some headphones. OP said that might have been a good idea if I had to deal with someone like that again. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, wear headphones if you don't like music, mate.
Not the jerk. It's your store's music. It has nothing to do with you. If the wild Karen has an issue, bring it up to management. But yet again, management will just laugh it off.
They have to. There's nothing they can do about it.
Yeah. My local grocery store that I go into between 2 or 5 days a fortnight early morning plays a radio station with the most annoying host ever. I simply blank them, just thinking my morning thoughts and get out. It's not hard.
Yeah, just turn it off in your own head. Don't listen to it.
Huh. Man Karen should be known as Todd, someone said, an OP whipback, or Kevin's. I think that is.
I was going to say, I think Kevin's may very well be the name they give me and Karen.
The song that was playing probably reminded him of his ex who left him because he was a Karen.
Yeah, probably right.
As someone who works retail, believe me, if we could change the music, we would. We can't. Yeah, the Karen flipped out. I'm honestly not that bad music. And yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking unreal. Some of these people, they're
Quite
so
a funny one,
entitled.
actually. Oh yeah, there is some people that
They
are-
really
they're
think
so
they can
entitled.
do and say and act
Yep.
the way they want and not get
Yep.
any form of consequence about
Yep.
it. It's like, and the funny thing is, over the last probably 5 or 6 years, I've really noticed is they aren't getting away with it as much as they were when the whole Karen
a lot of
thing
people,
really
yeah.
first came out. They were still getting.
People
Now people are just going
really-
fuck off.
People
don't
will
wanna
bring
know
it
you.
to their attention, not just ignore it now. They will.
Yeah, it's
Tell 'em how
really
it is,
come
yeah.
up about. People are starting to go, this person is a fucking Karen.
Don't ask me where they
Go
got
away.
the name Karen from. Was it
Oh,
originally a Karen?
No,
that,
there's.
I don't
the
know.
most. They reckon the next one's going to be a Jessica or something, the most common name or.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was. I was watching this thing about graphs about the most common names and stuff, about who's more. What's the next name going to be in 2030 or something? I think it's meant to be Jessica or something. There's a new Karen. So
Okay.
the next generation are going to be called them Jess or Jessica. I think it might have been just Jess, but either way. Yeah, so anyone's got that name, I feel sorry for them already because it hasn't happened yet.
And
But,
we
I
know
mean,
two
Karen-
Jesses.
Yeah. But Karen, how many Karens do you know?
I've got a cousin, Karen.
Is she a Karen?
Probably, yeah, actually. To to be honest.
Other than that,
She's changed from when I knew her.
I know
I'm
a
sure
Karen.
she's like that, yeah.
I know a Karen and she was a bit of a Karen, but other than that, I ain't know one.
Yeah, I only know one.
I don't know anymore. So
anyway, want to get to the last story of the night?
yeah,
This is a bit of a yeah.
one of
We'll
those.
just say that.
One of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Am I the jerk for throwing my boyfriend's performance report of our relationship out?
What? What is a performance report? What? How good she is in bed?
No, I think it's the relationship as a whole.
Well, I hope so, mate, because she can probably go longer than you. So a performance report. Oh Jesus! All right.
Want me to get straight
Yeah,
into it?
read it, please. I gotta know.
So I, 27 female, have been with my boyfriend Mark, 29 male, for 3 years. We live together in a small apartment. Nothing's fancy, but it works. Anyway, Mark's always been a bit particular about stuff. Like, he folds his socks into these little balls and gets all weird if I don't. Whatever. I deal with it because I love him, you know. But recently, he's been on this kick about optimizing our life or whatever. He watches these YouTube dudes who say dumb stuff like, your partner should add value to your existence, and relationships are about ROI. And in brackets, question mark, question mark, question mark. And now he thinks he's a genius. So last week, we're eating dinner, and out of nowhere he goes, I think we need to have a performance review for our relationship.
Okay. Before you go any further, your partner should add value and performance to your life, right?
Value to your life, yeah.
Value, performance, doesn't
To your
matter.
existence.
To your existence, if you want to say to your life,
Yeah.
right? But if you don't fold some form of clothing the way I would,
You just fix
I'm not
it.
going to put it on a fucking piece of paper. I'm sorry, but that's just completely got me. Like, it's really just, it's screwed with my head all of a sudden. My head was spinning one way, now spinning the other way really quick.
Anyway, I'll keep going,
That's,
okay?
this bloke
I'll
sounds
start
like
the
a fucking
sentence
do it,
again.
I mean.
So, last week we're eating dinner and out of nowhere he goes, I think we need to have a performance review for our relationship. I'm like, a what now? He says it's like at a job, where you check in and see if things are going well or need improvement.
Oh shit, at a job, no, you get sacked at a job, mate.
No, where you check in to see if things are going well or need improvements. I honestly thought he was joking, so I laughed. Big mistake.
Yeah, because he's gone, ha.
He pulled out a folder, a legit actual folder with papers in it.
Do you want me to start writing one up about you?
This man wrote up a whole list of stuff I need to improve on. Like, I'm a bad employee or something. He's like, you've been slacking on cooking meals and I feel like your gym attendance is inconsistent. Also, you don't fold my socks the right way, which shows a lack of attention to detail.
My socks are the right way? Oh, God.
And his gym performance, her gym performance is inconsistent.
What, because she missed a day?
And slacking in cooking meals.
Oh,
Anyway,
because she didn't cook 7 days a week?
Yo, I stared at him like he grew a second head. I said, are you doing a performance review on me? And he's like, yes, but don't take it personally. Wow.
There's only one way to take it, mate.
It's just about making sure we're both putting in 100%.
Where's his fucking performance
Yeah,
review?
so I asked, where's your performance review? And he blinks at me and says, well, I don't think that's necessary because I'm already doing a lot.
Oh, so he's fucking perfect. 100%, is he?
So I snapped. I said, Mark, I'm your girlfriend, not your employee. And if you want 100%, maybe try being 100% boyfriend first. I grabbed the folder and threw it in the trash. He got mad and said I was being emotional and not open to constructive criticism. Now, he's barely speaking to me and says I embarrassed him by overreacting. His best friend said I should have heard him out because it's a unique approach to a relationship. But like,
No,
am I crazy here? Am I the arsehole? So even though it's under am I the jerk?
Yeah.
Edit, wow, this post blew up. I am planning on leaving him soon. We'll update when I do. Tomorrow probably. Second update. I broke up with him. So after all
Good.
that, but anyway.
Fucking hell, a performance review. Like, the little things.
Isn't
I'm
that
trying
what
to figure
makes
out
a
how to work.
relationship a little bit of, you get a little bit annoyed with your partner.
Yeah,
but
and you deal with
you
it.
deal with
It's-
it.
You
You
don't worry
fix
about
it,
it.
and then they get annoyed with you, but you love
Yeah.
each other, and it's just, come on.
But even the things that really do annoy you, that's the sort of thing you sit down and say, hey, look, can you please do whatever it is this way or that way?
But it's
You
equal partnership.
And then you don't say, I don't need a performance review because I'm Mr. fucking Perfect, apparently.
Sorry, I look like I'm crying.
Because as to me, the way he's done it and said, I don't need one, is like,
Yeah.
he must be a pretty good bloke because
Well,
he's
I don't
fucking,
think that's
he's
necessary
perfect.
because I'm already doing a lot.
yeah, writing up a fucking review. That's what he's busy
Is
at.
that what YouTube does to you? You get
Oh.
stupid
You
ideas?
get cocky ideas and make you think you're better than everyone else.
Anyway, want to
Mm.
read some comments? Want to hear some
We
comments?
don't need any fucking comments on this
We
one.
can just say
He's a cockhead and I'm glad you broke up with him. End of story.
You're not the jerk, but your boyfriend is. Maybe should have thrown him out with the report.
Oh, yeah, that would have been funny. Throw him out a door
And
somewhere
someone commented
with his
that.
phone. Push him out the door with a report and say, there you go, there's your review.
Someone commented that I would have given him a report first, then thrown him out.
I said, give me a fucking hour, I'll write a report for you.
What's this? Put him on a PIP. PIP. Performance review, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
After if
Yeah,
you're
I'm
on.
guessing something
yeah.
along those lines.
But because I think when you're not doing the best, you go onto a thing, which is obviously a PIP, but someone ripped to that, but call it a penis improvement plan and make it all about his bedroom performance, just so he can start to feel a shred of the inadequacy vibes he tried to put on you.
See, from a woman's point of view, that is the first thing I would have done. He said how bad about everything in the bedroom is and put him back in his box. And I guarantee he would not have liked it.
And then the next comment was, go even one step further. Tell him he could use a bit of training, so you're going to bring in a consultant. He can take notes while he watches the demo.
Oh, that would be gold.
And someone's go, oh shit man, cruel but good. And someone's pulled, upvote this here is a winner.
Well, I think that is the best thing. It's basically, tell him, I'm bringing in someone to show you how to really do it in the bedroom, so fuck yourself. Because he would not like that. He would have been the one throwing the review in the bin and leaving. This bloke, I feel sorry for the next woman he's with. I wouldn't be surprised if he ran into a story like this again. How old is this story?
38 days.
It's another 38 days. I wouldn't be surprised if we hear the story again. Because someone else would have read this and they end up dating him and going, hang on, we need a performance review, do I?
Someone's like, trying to get a stopwatch and a spreadsheet to measure his bedroom performance. Maybe even suggest filming it so you can analyse it later and ask the opinion of a review panel from your soon-to-be appointed bedroom resources department.
Oh, look, I reckon that would have put him to the ground.
Oh,
And
God.
unfortunately for her, she did not think of that at the time. If she had said something, well, I've got in my head a performance review for you in the bedroom, he probably would have shut the fuck up. He wouldn't have gone any further. He would have said, oh, she already knows where I'm going and I know where she's going to go, which is all negative. Unless he said all positive stuff, in which case she may have just kept it simple. But yeah, no, that's...
Someone's like...
You don't keep records and scores and shit about your partner. Like, you can't do it. Otherwise, you might as well break up now because it's going to destroy you. Because if you don't show them, there's a high possibility they're going to find it.
Someone's like, but also like, the dude can fold his own fucking socks if he doesn't like the way she does it so much. He sucks. And someone read to that, oh, tell him where he can stuff his rolled socks. Someone's like, life is too short to whine about folding socks.
Yeah.
Someone's like, why isn't he doing his own damn laundry? And someone's like, this. I've been married almost 20 years. I've done my husband's laundry less than 5 times. And when I don't fold stuff the way he does, he either lives with it or refolds it how he likes it. And he's grateful that I did the washing, drying, and initial fold. So his stuff didn't get wrinkly.
But that's how it works. If you don't like it, you can mention it. But in the long run, my socks didn't get rolled the right way. Because they're just sitting there on the bed,
OCD.
couch, wherever they are.
He's got OCD.
Grab them, do what you fucking... Ask her, look, from now on, can you just leave all my socks on the couch and I'll go sort them out, or on the bed, and I'll fold them the way I like them?
Now I feel quite dumb.
You do?
Because someone else has said put him on a PIP, but they actually said what it is. Perform a performance improvement plan.
Yeah.
I've heard of them before, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've heard of that, but
so
didn't
someone said
think of me.
put him in one of them and tell him he has 1 month to improve, or he can find a new job being a crappy boyfriend elsewhere. My ex-husband was like this, treated me and the kids like employees instead of like people. He is my ex for a reason. Once they start down this path, there is no going back. You need to make preparation to go or make him go. It will get worse unless he pulls 180 and turns around. But he is getting on the alpha male train with incels, and he is drinking their Kool-Aid with reckless abandon. He can do no wrong, and soon you'll do no right. Run. Yeah. She should sock his balls before she leaves him.
Suck his balls.
Not the...
Yeah, we'll go there.
Not the asshole. Sorry. Not the asshole. You should give your boyfriend a performance review back and ask him how he likes it. The fact that he took the position of the employer and forced you into the employee position reeks of presumed power dynamics.
Yep.
That your boyfriend thinks he's in charge of the relationship and is in position of authority over you.
So a lot of people think, what we'll say, a good employer will be down and help employees.
Oh yeah,
An arsehole employer will sit on top and just watch the employees work their ass off, and he's the one. Well, he thinks he's the one up on top, and she's down the bottom doing all the work. He's the arsehole because he's a nobody. He thinks he's top dog, and he's fucking not, because he's literally gone out on a date with a fucking performance review. Well, what the fuck sort of date? Who the hell would think of that besides him? Who has ever thought of going out with it? I'd be like, you and me going out, and I'll bring a fucking folder and say, your performance review, woman. Fucking,
you'd be out the door so fast.
Fucking, I can't even picture it.
Me either.
You did that to me.
Actually, I'd probably laugh in your face. I'd think you're
now
joking.
You would.
I
was going to say, now you would, because you think it's a joke just because of this. But I mean, even if you had never heard of it, or from this or whatever, you would not.
No.
I don't know, who thinks of doing that to their partner? A performance review while we're out on a date. Are you joking?
Anyway, a couple more comments and we'll finish it off. Not the jerk at all. Thinking about how things are going as a couple is okay. But this is one-sided. If he can't accept a performance review of his own, he shouldn't be dishing one out. He sounds exhausted, and that's not how dating should make you feel. You know what? He should go to couples counselling.
You know what? If he was so concerned about doing a review, he should have said something to her earlier and said, look, I want you to do a review on our relationship performance. So she did one, and when he went there with one and see the miss and match between it, and then see if it was going to work or not.
You could say, we've been together for a few years now. How do you think we're going? Not.
You don't need it on paper.
Yeah, that's it.
But I'm just saying, if he wanted to do it that way, he could have gone to her and said,
can you do one on me?
Can you do one on me and I'll do one on you? Because that's what I want to do.
Talk to her first.
But, I mean, that's a red flag. If someone came up to me, if we went together and I was in another room, and they said, I'm going to do a review on you, straight away, red flag,
Yep.
A review.
That's what if you, yep.
You know, throw it out the window. You can go now. I'm not even going to bother with the review, mate. You might as well piss off.
And someone's like, you're the arsehole for putting up with this crap and letting him get away with it. Seriously,
Yeah.
you're 27. Go find a lovely fella who will treat you well.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's probably the right way to look at it.
Anyway, no, I'm glad that before I got into it, it stated that he is now an ex, because that's what needed to happen, because that was pure red
Jeez,
flag.
that was horrible.
was,
So many red flags.
I had to laugh at it for how stupid
He
was, and
Oh,
how
God.
as you're going along further and further down the line of that
You're doing a
story.
performance review right now or while we're on
Oh
camera?
yeah. Well.
I don't know.
Yeah. To be honest, I would not be able to think.
I don't even know where to start.
I wouldn't
A
know
lot
where
of
to
people,
We both have our flaws and our
Oh, we know
positives.
that, though.
Everybody does.
ups and downs, positives,
You
negatives,
have
whatever you
your-
want to call them.
You have your flaws and you have your good stuff in a relationship that, you know, you might be better at than the other one. But
Yeah, but
everybody has...
don't bring it out on a fucking performance review.
Anyway, if you think you need a performance review, drop it in
Don't put it in the comments.
drop it in the comments and tell me what would be on your performance review about us.
That
About us.
that would be interesting.
What type of performance review would you give us?
She has to be funnier.
Not on a relationship, on our videos. Give us a performance review.
Well, they're not going to know much about a relationship. We're married. We're married with kids. That's the same as just about anyone else is married with kids.
No. We would like you to do a performance review on our channel and tell us if we're doing the right job.
Or if we're screwing it up.
That too, just don't be too mean. Or I might have to cry on video the next one.
Jesus Christ. See? Look what I have to put up with.
Alright guys, thank you so much for watching
you.
us. We really enjoy it. Make sure again to like and comment and
Subscribe
to our channel. And we really look forward to seeing you again in our next video.
Whenever that is.
Yeah.
Which shouldn't be too far away. Should it change
No.
about a fortnight away?
So we'll see you next time.
Goodbye. Good luck.